It's hard talking about Bravely Default without bringing up Final Fantasy. Bravely Default features a story centered on crystals, spells with names like Firaga, and airships. Yet in many ways, it's better at doing Final Fantasy than recent Final Fantasy games. Instead of a convoluted story with so much bizarre terminology that it requires its own dictionary, Bravely Default builds upon a clean, classic template. But the game isn't merely content with harvesting nostalgia. While its innovations and tweaks may seem minor overall, they go a long way in making Bravely Default one of the best turn-based RPGs of the last few years.
Oh, please! Don't pretend you're not captivated by this voice of mine!
Though it might just sound like a nonsensical mashup of words, the game's title stems directly from its excellent core battle mechanic. The Brave and Default system lets players use actions from consecutive turns in advance or bank actions for later use, adding a sense of risk and reward to the otherwise familiar fights. Deciding when to hold back or go all out can be even more essential than selecting the right attacks. While assigning jobs isn't as inventive as the Brave and Default system, it adds just as much complexity to battles. There are 24 jobs in total, and each dictates a character's weapon proficiencies, abilities, and support skills that confer bonuses regardless of whether a different job is selected. Players can also combine jobs, using abilities from one while another's equipped. The mixing and matching adds an almost overwhelming amount of variety, since there are hundreds of ways to build a party. There isn't a right answer either, and much of the enjoyment comes from experimentation. Just when you think you found the perfect group, a particularly nasty boss will come along to wipe the floor with the party's remains, forcing a change in approach. Throughout the 70 or so hours with Bravely Default, we never settled on one setup for long.
Now stop yapping and go fetch!
The only downside to switching jobs is that it necessitates grinding, especially at the end of the game. The best skills for each job are often only available at their maximum level, and that means running around in circles fighting a lot of random battles. It's never so grating that you'll want to stop playing, but the fights can get tedious. At least Bravely Default soothes the weariness of constant combat by letting players change the encounter rate whenever they'd like. Instead of having to fight back through a dungeon after killing a boss, turning off battles lets you save yourself the hassle. Being able to speed up the animations during fights and use auto battle doesn't hurt either.
I'll second that. I'm in no state to deal with any of that beast's friends right now.
Unfortunately, Bravely Default doesn't kick all of the genre's bad habits. The game's final third forces players through the 5 main dungeons 4 times in a row. Each time is barely different than the last, making it come across like unnecessary padding. It's such a dip in quality that it almost seems like a different game. Thankfully, the final few battles are among the game's strongest, ending things on a high note.
Once this blight has been purged from all 4 of the world's crystals, order will be restored.
Nearly everything about Bravely Default is rooted in the familiar, including the story. A band of young heroes sets off to restore 4 crystals, which keep the elements of the world in balance. Eventually, the story does prey on your expectations, but it also repeatedly foreshadows its biggest twists to an annoyingly obvious point. That's not to say there aren't some surprises, but at least a few times it feels like Bravely Default doesn't think highly of the player's ability to piece things together.
Can you see the wound torn open before me?
The game's various social features work well, but are relatively minor. Arguably the most useful one is Norend Village. Your street passes turn into villagers, which can slowly restore various shops, which offer advanced weapons, armor, and other things that can provide an edge. Another way to get ahead is through SP drinks, which can be purchased with real money or with SP points that accumulate over time. SP drinks essentially supply a free turn during battle, letting characters attack without consequence. The online marketplace for SP drinks wasn't available during our time with the game, but it also never felt needed. For all of its strengths, Bravely Default's best quality is its underlying enthusiasm that permeates almost every aspect. Bravely Default doesn't feel like it's trying to gain mass appeal or prioritize flash over substance. Instead, it sets out to make a very specific type of game, one that doesn't receive a lot of love in the West anymore. Whether or not it finds an audience, few JRPGs have come as close to instilling that sense of wonder from days gone by.
Did it work?
The Rite of Awakening was a great success! You were amazing, Anya!